I know, probably ARTBAT just uses Serum and their studio is just one keyboard, one MIDI keyboard, one mouse, one computer, and amazing speakers for sure. But today I want to try and reproduce this rolling bass that they always use, not only them, but also Anima and other melodic techno artists in their tracks. So without further ado, let's go and see how to do it with this beast over here. What's up everybody, Solar J here. Let's start with an init patch. Beautiful. And let's turn off everything apart from oscillator 1. And let's start by selecting the waveform. I like something around the square, maybe towards the sawtooth a bit. Something like this, because when you filter it, here's this nice harmonic that I like. Second, we want to add the oscillator 2. And if this was at octave 8, we put this guy 1 octave lower to give it some volume. Very fat already. We want to try also different waveforms here. I like the sawtooth, but also square or sine would work. Let's leave it here. Then it's time to work on the envelope, because this is very fast. And we put the sustain to 0, both in the amp and in the filter, and then we play with the decay. Too short. Like this, and let's see, let's give it a bit of, this was the amp envelope, let's go to the filter, let's give it a bit of super short as well, the decay here. Too much envelope. Something like this. You can also experiment with different slopes of the filter. Now it was at 24, which is the steepest. I think 18 is a bit better because it lets this higher harmonic of our sound cut through. And this works on this octave for sure. For like songs from ARTBAT, like for a feeling. And this is more for like horizon, but you would need to filter the sub because it's a bit farty here. All right. Also the release. Let's give it some release. All right. Now that we have this starting point, we can record a sequence, and today we're gonna do this rolling bass that goes like do 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 da do do da do. All right, let's see if I can make this. So I'm in record mode in the arpeggiator section, and I'm gonna go. I recorded 8 notes, which sounds good, and let's see how it sounds. Let's turn on the sequencer and sync with my Ableton project and see what we got. We can now start optimizing or fine-tuning things a little bit. We can give it a bit of drive. Too much. Filter drive. Yeah, a bit more amber. Maybe there. Wow, this is really fast. I'm changing now the volume of oscillator 2, which is our sub bass, and with the distortion it creates these higher harmonics that are really cool. Yeah, it's pretty rolling, I would say. Maybe a bit too much. I can feel now that with the rolling at this BPM that we could even make it a little bit shorter, because otherwise our kick, when it's gonna be overlaid to this, we're gonna need to sidechain a lot, or we're gonna need to do some post-processing, but a golden rule when you record in general synths, but also when you produce, is that the best the source material is, the better for later. So let's try to make it a bit shorter. Alright, this is pretty much what I had in mind, what I wanted to go for. Maybe just a little bit more. And also it's nice, but maybe it's a bit too open in the filters. So we can play with the keyboard tracking in order to compensate for this. Alright, after further few fine tuning, I like this sound. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna record it and move to Ableton to show you how to process this guy in order to have release ready fat ARTBAT sounds. Let's go. Alright, we're here in Ableton and I just recorded the bass that we just made and it sounds like this. Let's see how to make it more release ready and better. First off, I like to cut like around 60 Hz so that the kick in that region does not compete with the bass and it can have the punch that we all need. With the EQ, without. Then let's bring in the kick and add some sidechain compression. Now our bass is completely in the center mono. What I like to do usually to open it up a little bit is use this free plugin from Infected Mushroom. They have a company called Polyverse Music and they claim it's mono compatible, which is great, and it allows you to select a certain frequency below which the sound is going to be unaffected, so kind of mono, while above 150 it's going to start spreading it up. So check it out what happens when I turn it on, without, with. You need, of course, headphones to hear this. You can go extreme, but yeah, you're gonna get drunk. So I like to keep it around 30%. And lastly, to add extra width, again, cutting off the very low end, I like to add some ping pong delay. This one from Ableton also has a bit of reverb, which adds this ambience, which I like. With, without. And if you like ambience, you can even put a bit more of whole delay, which makes it bigger and wider again. Then I usually put bass and kick in the same group and send it to a bit to the drum bass so that it sounds like this. This is extreme, but just a little bit. You can tune the frequency at which the boominess happens and add some extra crunch or drive. But yeah, these are my go-to settings more or less. And then we are ready to add some more ARTBAT-y, melodic techno-y stuff, like an offbeat hi-hat, of course, some ambience, melody, some harmony, and this is our sound raw without anything, which is also cool. I mean, some people keep their bass completely mono, but I like it a bit more. Has this, velvety stereo feeling that I like. And this brings me to the end of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I recently also opened a Patreon account. It's completely empty at the moment of the recording of this video, but maybe when you will watch it, it's gonna be full of cool stuff and perks that you don't want to miss. But anyways, if you feel already like donating some coffee money, the link is in the description. That said, I'll see you next time.